Greetings. My name is Abdullah, and I am your teacher for advanced English from New York City. My goal is to take you from your current level to the level of native. Native in your pronunciation and in your level of vocabulary. I always use, let's say most of the time, I will be using newspapers from the United States or from the United Kingdom. Today is an exception. Today, this article comes to us from gamerrant.com. The headline: Rumor, new PlayStation handheld may have a bad battery life. Written by Dalton Cooper. Unfortunately for PS5 gamers, the newly revealed PlayStation handheld device could be stuck with a bad battery life. The new PlayStation handheld device, currently known by its codename Project Q, could be stuck with a battery life that only lasts 3 to 4 hours. Project Q was officially announced at the latest PlayStation Showcase event, revealed to be something more in line with Nintendo's Wii U gamepad than a proper handheld like the PSP or PlayStation Vita. While Project Q was given its official reveal at the recent PlayStation Showcase event, it actually leaked well ahead of time. Information on the Project Q handheld was initially leaked by Tom Henderson of Insider Gaming, who revealed details that were later confirmed to be accurate at the PlayStation event. Now, Henderson is back with another report, with this one focused on the new PlayStation handheld's potentially lackluster battery life. I have to take the time to explain the meaning of the expression lackluster. First, I want you to think about the spheres or the balls that you see on the screen. I want you to describe them in your mind. Next, I want you to look at these shoes and compare them with the shoes that come after them. Likewise, look at this kitchen, particularly the refrigerator. Look at the polish, look at the shine. Next, look at these old refrigerators. They lack polish, they lack shine. The expression lackluster means that something or someone does not surprise you or impress you. You are disappointed in it. For example, listen to the sentence: I watched the new movie, but it was lackluster. The book was a lot better. Another example: she read the reviews on Amazon.com for this product and they are lackluster, so it's better not to buy it. Another example sentence: your English will no longer lackluster if you are Abdullah's student. Ha ha ha, that is a joke, but I want you to understand the meaning of the English expression lackluster. According to Henderson, Project Q is going to have a battery life lasting around 3 to 4 hours, with fans already underwhelmed by the device's remote play focus over being a proper handheld. A battery life this bad may very well be the final nail in the coffin for Project Q. However, PlayStation fans shouldn't worry too much until official details come from PlayStation, whenever that may be. To better understand this paragraph, we must understand the meaning of the idiom, the final nail in the coffin. Nails, we all know what nails are. Likewise, we know how nails are hammered in. We use a hammer. A coffin is a place where people are placed in many cultures when they die. So, final nail in the coffin means that you are finally upset with something that somebody has done, and that is the last mistake that you will accept from them. So, for example, we can say after doing business with that company, they made so many mistakes. Their last mistake was the final nail in the coffin. Another example, you ate all the ice cream again. That is the final nail in the coffin. I'm putting a lock on the refrigerator and I'm calling the police. This is a joke, but I want you to understand the English idiom, final nail in the coffin, meaning that that is the final mistake that anybody or someone can make, and you are not going to accept any more from them. Based on Henderson's information, the PlayStation Project Q handheld is going to launch at some point this November. More details about its battery life and price should come to light between now and then, which will give fans a better idea about whether they want to take the plunge on it or not. We have here at the end of this paragraph an idiom that I have to explain. First, let's talk about the word plunge. Plunge means to jump, dive, or enter quickly into water, such as a plane having to land into the ocean, for example, or somebody was driving their car and they had to swerve off the road to avoid hitting an animal and they plunged into a lake. So again, the word plunge means to jump, dive, or enter quickly into water. But the meaning of the idiom take the plunge is different. The meaning is to make a decision to do something, especially after thinking about it for a long time. So for example, I decided to take the plunge and start a rooftop garden, meaning it was something I was thinking about for a long time and now I'm doing it. Another example, he decided to take the plunge and start to learn Japanese. Again, it was the decision that he took after thinking about it for a long time. Now, it is time for you to take the plunge and click subscribe. Let's continue with the article, inshallah. There's been some demand for PlayStation to come out with a proper handheld despite the failure of the PlayStation Vita. But it remains to be seen if Project Q can effectively fill that void. Fill the void or fill that void is a great English idiom, moving you from advanced to native. First, what is a void? A void is a large, open, empty space with nothing or next to nothing inside of it. So what is meant by fill the void? Fill the void means to replace someone or something that is absent or missing. So, for example, let me give you some example sentences. Who will fill the void of the team's captain? He's their best player. Another example. While the CEO was on a business trip, her son filled the void and managed the company. Add this to your English as it will bring you closer to being native. Some PlayStation gamers will, no doubt, appreciate the ability to play PlayStation 5 games in handheld remote play form, but others will likely be uninterested. After all, the failure of the Wii U has shown that there isn't a ton of interest in such functionality. And so it remains to be seen how exactly PlayStation is going to sell Project Q to the masses, especially if its battery life is as bad as Henderson's report claims. Time will tell if Project Q sinks or soars. The final idiom in today's article is sink or soar. Let's first talk about the word sink. Sink means to go under the surface of the water and not come back up, such as a boat sinking in the ocean. Likewise, soar means to fly upward or to fly at a great height. So the meaning of sink or soar actually means, will it do well or will it do poorly? Will it be accepted or will it be rejected? Will people think it is good or will people think it is bad? As an example of PlayStation's new handheld device, Project Q. But this year should still be an exciting one for PlayStation fans regardless. There are plenty of high-profile third-party releases coming to PS5 this year, not to mention major exclusive games like the highly anticipated Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac Games. Listen, your homework is to reread this article, inshallah, as I have read it to you. Also, send me a sentence practicing some of the vocabulary that you have learned here today, any of the idioms or any of the words. If you write to me, inshallah, I will write to you. Wallahi, I want the best for me and you in this life and the next. Until the next video, fi aman ar-Rahman.